Stop letting hurt feelings be the reason why you start to take your life seriously. I know it seems like the perfect motivation to get your stuff together, but it's really a sign of immaturity, and it's a sign that you don't really like yourself. I wrote some notes because I don't want to forget the three main points that I want to make here, and I'm going to start with this one. It says, you're not even your favorite person. That's why your life only gets your attention when everyone else stops giving you theirs. If your level up only keeps happening once everybody has abandoned you, or once you don't have nobody you can call on, or you done fell out with all your friends, or you don't get along with nobody no more, like, that's actually not a good thing. You shouldn't have to wait until you hit a wall to choose yourself. Because I guarantee you, all those spaces, places, and people that eventually ended, you already knew and saw the red flags. Which brings me to my next point. People are directing you back to you, letting you know you don't belong here. A lot of times we go through betrayals because it's not in us to betray. We're not going to leave. And so the other people have to. You don't belong there. You don't belong with these people. You don't belong in certain places, spaces, doing certain things. And you won't leave. You literally have to get put out. And then when you get put out, then it's like, okay, I'm finna level up. I'm finna flex on them. I'm finna show them. You really should be sitting somewhere in a corner with a journal, asking yourself, why am I disrespecting myself? Why is it that I'm only communing with myself when I'm using myself as a form of revenge? Last point, grow up. Change and course correction is your responsibility from your observation, not from other people letting you go. Which means this: you're supposed to change and grow and change course because you've observed that something is not a good fit and does not actually work for you. You're not only supposed to change course once you get put off somebody else's. You're not supposed to start charting your path once somebody else kicks you off of theirs. That's going to always put you behind. That's going to always put you in a cause and effect, which means that if you're always a victim to someone else's causation, it means that they're proactive and you're reactive. So you're still not even choosing yourself proactively, which means first. You're not choosing yourself because you want to, because you love you. You're choosing yourself because you have to. And if you were to be really honest, had those things not fallen apart, had that relationship still been there, had those friends been friends, had any of the stuff you wanted to work out worked out, you would not be leveling up and now communing with you. It's like you treating yourself like the only friend you got left. You know, like that friend who's always there and you've never had to question, you've never had to worry if they had your back, but that friend is also the one that gets the least of your attention, gets the least of your support, gets the least of you because you don't have to perform for them. And so you spend most of your time trying to perform and impress other people to be your friend. And you don't impress that friend because you know that friend's going to be there. You know they accept you for you, right? That's how you're treating yourself. It's like, since you're the only one here, let's just go do something. Let's just go lose some weight, right? Let's drop this 40 pounds and then release these before and after pictures. You should be ashamed. I don't see using your body as a weapon, as a form of revenge, as self-love. It's not. And so back to my original point, stop letting hurt feelings be the reason you start to take yourself seriously. You need to take yourself seriously because you're worth being taken seriously. You're worth the investment. And I'm sharing this with y'all because I had to have this conversation with myself. I was reminded of something this morning that I already knew. And I'm like, Tia, how many times do you need this lesson, baby girl? How many times? Because it's getting a little spicier. It's no longer like a casual conversation. It's like every time something like this happens, it hurts. It stings deeper. And let me give you an example of what I mean. Has somebody ever hurt your feelings or disrespected your time or treated you regular, right? Treated you like you didn't matter, treated you like you weren't who you know you are. And then once that happened, you like, oh, I'm going to show them. Why you got to wait till somebody disrespect you to be all of you, to show your power, your might, and your standards? Why are the standards only coming alive once people have ravaged you? Once people have already used and abused and taken you for everything? Once you're a shell of yourself. And now it's like, I'm restarting my journey. Your journey should have never stopped. It should have never been put down just because other people were there. All of this is self-abandonment. All of it is. And that's why I wrote here, people are directing you back to you, letting you know you don't belong here. You don't belong with them. And so we can, or you can, cry and be frustrated about, oh, I never belong, or oh, I keep experiencing rejection, or I thought so-and-so was my friend. Or you can take the message that this situation is showing you you wanted to belong somewhere or with someone you don't belong with. And you can't keep choosing yourself just because other people won't. You feel what I'm saying? Would you want that? Would you want somebody to choose you just because nobody else did? No, you want to be the first choice. And that's so interesting. We don't treat ourselves how we want other people to treat us. We don't treat ourselves like we matter. We don't treat ourselves like people. We treat ourselves like billboards. We'll get the hair done. We'll get in the gym and lose the weight. We'll make sure that we look good. But when it comes to our inner courts, our standards, integrity, what our heart and soul needs to feel valued, I'm not talking about our ego. Because largely our ego needs us to look good to feel valued. Our ego needs us to keep accomplishing to feel valued. Our ego needs those numbers on the scale to go down to feel valued. Our ego needs our business to be successful. All the external, flashy, oh, this looks so great stuff. But when it comes to your heart, the matters of your heart and your soul, that's all about integrity. That's all about actual things that matter. That's about love. That's about the fruits of the spirit. Like, that's about like real things. So people are redirecting you back to you. That's why it's not working, because you're not supposed to be over there. And your lesson, if you're watching this, if you watch this long, your lesson is stop waiting for people to discard you, to pick yourself up off the floor or out the garbage and say, I matter. You mattered before you were thrown away. You mattered when that person gave you the first inkling that they didn't care about you or your feelings. And that is when you should have made a decision. Not once they decided, I'm done with you. I'm done here. I've used you as much as I can. I've gotten all I needed to get or can get out of you. And now you're having to recover your life from a bankrupt place because you're waiting for somebody to make you mad enough to take care of yourself. Why do you have to get mad to take care of yourself? Why do you have to get mad enough to put the boundaries in place? And don't get me wrong, I understand like anger has a place and anger helps us do that. You get angry enough, you'll put a boundary in place, right? That may be hard for you to put in place when you're having a good day. Let somebody make you mad enough and you'll put it in place. But that's a trigger. That's a reaction. Maturity is to say, I'm proactive. I don't actually need the worst thing to happen to me to be the best thing that happens to myself. I matter and I'm worthy now. And once I get an inkling that something's not for me, I can go ahead and keep it moving. And whether people choose me or not, I always and never will not choose myself. I'm going to always choose me. It'll always be me first and last. And I take that seriously because I take myself seriously. And I don't need to wait for somebody to disrespect me to do that.